Under the blinding stage lights, Jinu, my boyfriend, stood tall, looking like a total snack, with his megawatt smile and his eyes sparkling. And his hand was the ultimate flex, a gold trophy shining brighter than my future. The crowd was totally lit, cheering their lungs out. Backstage, I was hiding in the wings, my heart pounding like a bass drop at Coachella. The moment he'd grab my hand, walk out into the spotlight, and say to
the person who's always been by my side, the one I love the most.
He glanced my way, his gaze locking with mine for a split second.
Thank you, Kate.
Wait, what? That's not my name. Did I just get ratioed in real life? Hey there, I'm Rumi, 19 years old. Crazy, right? Just a regular girl somehow dating a famous actor. If you're curious how I got here, please like and subscribe. Honestly, I've been crushing on Jinu since high school. Back then though, he and Kate were the ultimate IT couple, total goals. And I was just the invisible girl in the back, low-key, fangirling over him. But plot twist, when I applied to work at an entertainment company, I landed the gig as his manager. No cap, I was over the moon. Over time, our strictly professional relationship evolved into something more. The only catch, his career wasn't stable yet, so we had to keep our relationship on the down low.
Rumi, once I win the Best Actor award, I'll make us official.
That was the dream we were chasing together. Sure, dating in secret had its challenges, but feeling found ways to make it work. He was the king of surprises, always pulling off sweet little gestures to make me smile. What are you doing here? Aren't you scared someone will see us?
I'm more scared of you being upset.
We had a few close calls that nearly gave us heart attacks, but honestly, Jinu was a total goat when it came to being a boyfriend. Then one day, the director called us in for a meeting about Jinu's new movie. That's when I learned they'd replaced the lead actress at the last minute. With filming about to start, this last-second switch was giving major chaos vibes.
Wait, wasn't Mira already confirmed as the lead?
Yeah, about that. Mira's dealing with some health stuff, so she had to back out. But don't worry, we've got someone super promising lined up. She's a rising star, and we're putting all our PR muscle behind her. Oh, here she comes.
I turned toward the door and felt like I'd been hit with a plot twist straight out of a Netflix drama. It was Kate.
This is Kate, the new female lead. Kate, meet Jinu. You two are going to spend a lot of time together, so get comfy.
Oh, we've met before. Working together will be a breeze. Right, Jinu?
Her sudden appearance was giving me bad vibes. I could only hope this project would wrap up quickly and without drama. On the ride home, my brain was stuck, replaying the Kate situation on a loop. Jinu had to shake me out of my thoughts.
What's up? I've been calling your name for ages.
Oh, it's nothing.
If you're worried about Kate, don't be. You're the only one for me.
In that moment, all my doubts melted away like snow in the Sunday. I trust you, but let's be real. Girls' intuition is rarely wrong. Kate wasn't even trying to be subtle. She was throwing herself at Jinu every chance she got.
Jinu, can I buy you a drink?
But your girl wasn't about to let that slide. Sorry, Jinu has a shoot right after the party, so no alcohol for him. I can drink for him though. Cheers. Jinu and I couldn't stop laughing as she stormed off like a diva. However, Kate still tries to approach Jinu.
Jinu, the next scene is a kissing scene. I've never done one before, so I think we should practice. What do you think?
Oh, totally. Let's do it.
But we always stayed one step ahead of her.
Oops, forgot to mention I just had onion soup. Hope you're cool with that.
I had to bite my lip to keep from laughing out loud. After getting blocked so many times, Kate's patience snapped.
Who do you think you are, always putting in? You're just his manager.
If only she knew, but obviously I couldn't spill the tea. As his manager, it's my job to make sure he's comfortable right now. I don't think he's loving this, the constant interruptions.
You.
I left Kate fuming behind me, her entitled, bratty behavior getting under my skin.
Who's got my girlfriend all fired up this time?
Startled, I turned to see him lounging on the sofa, a soft grin on his face. Who else could it be?
The movie's almost wrapped up. Don't let her get to you.
He reached over, gently ruffling my hair before leaning in to kiss me. Just like that, my anger melted away. The next day, I was busy organizing Jinu's schedule when Kate strutted over.
A love story between a superstar and his manager. Sounds like something straight out of a cheesy romance novel, doesn't it?
Before I could respond, she shoved her phone in my face. On the screen was a photo of Jinu and me kissing the night before. What do you want?
Simple. Break up with Jinu.
Who do you think you are to tell us what to do? Remember, you're just his ex and a colleague. Nothing more, nothing less.
We were together for 3 years. Do you even know how heartbroken he was when we split? You really think you can replace me? Never.
But now, I'm the one he loves.
If you don't end things with him, I'll make sure his career crashes and burns. Don't test me. I can do far more than you think.
Her words hit like a slap, brazen and ruthless. I was about to fire back when Jinu walked in.
No matter what you do, we're not breaking up.
He grabbed my hand and pulled me out of the room. As we walked, he tried to reassure me, his words full of warmth. I nodded, but deep down, her words planted a seed of worry I couldn't shake. When the film finally aired, it became a massive hit. Jinu skyrocketed to fame, landing major endorsements and becoming the youngest nominee for Best Actor. While I was thrilled for him, my dad's business troubles were draining me emotionally. Still, hearing Jinu's nomination lifted my spirits. On awards night, but when he took to the stage, the "thank you, Kate" from his mouth felt like a punch to the gut. It was like someone dumped a bucket of ice water over me. After the ceremony, I sought him out to demand answers, but froze when I saw Kate clinging to his arm, acting like they were back together. "Don't you have anything to explain to me?"
I'm doing what's best for my career. Going public would only hurt me. If you can't accept that, maybe we should end this.
If he had been clear with me, I could have agreed to keep things private, but instead, Jinu chose to break up with me, leaving me deeply disappointed. "You've let me down, Jinu. Fine, let's break up." And just like that, everything fell apart. Over fame and ambition, I quit my job the next day and cut ties with them. Soon after, Jinu and Kate became the media's favorite power couple. They attended events together. Even though they never confirmed their relationship, everyone assumed they were back on. 2 months later, the pain lingered. Seeing their pictures still stirred a dull ache in my chest.
Hey, what's got you zoning out like that?
I was startled and turned to see Mira had been sitting next to me without me noticing. Mira is a talented young actress, and I'm currently her manager. Nothing. Get ready. The makeup artist will be here soon. The event starts at 6. Don't be late.
Yes, madame.
At the event, I was helping Mira when I accidentally bumped into Jinu and Kate. Ugh, just my luck.
Rumi, don't tell me you're here stalking Jinu.
Oh, please, he's not that important. If anything, I should thank you for showing me his true colors. Make sure to keep a tight grip on him.
You!
She came closer to me, about to do something, but before I could react, Jinu stepped in to stop her.
Not here. Stop making a scene.
I didn't spare him a glance as I walked away, refusing to stay another second near them. Later, as I left the restroom, I saw Jinu and Kate arguing in the hallway. Their voices raced.
I did what you wanted. Now leave her alone.
Fine, but only if you come back to me.
You're being ridiculous.
He stormed off, leaving Kate fuming, hidden behind a pillar. I replayed their words in my head. Was there more to this mess than I realized? I confided in Mira, and she mentioned having a friend who worked as a staff member at Jinu and Kate's company. Without missing a beat, Mira called her friend to get the inside scoop.
Jinu and Kate? Nah, they're not really dating. The way they act in public is totally different from how they are off camera. Kate clings to him like glue, but Jinu? He's ice cold. It's all just a marketing stunt.
Suddenly, a sharp voice yelled on the other end of the line.
I said I wanted a Starbucks matcha latte. What is this garbage? Do you even have a brain?
I'm sorry, I'll go get it right away.
Ugh, useless.
It seemed Mira's friend forgot to hang up her phone because I could hear her ranting to her manager.
I'm so fed up. I worked so hard to get rid of that annoying Rumi, but Jinu still doesn't care about me.
Well, why not try our old trick again?
Good idea. All it took last time was messing with Rumi's dad's job, and Jinu was falling all over himself. If I target her directly now, he'll do whatever I say.
Her words hit me like a truck, so that's why my dad's work had so many issues back then. He even almost lost his job. But after Jinu and I broke up, everything miraculously smoothed out. It wasn't betrayal. Jinu was protecting me all along. It was time to teach Kate a lesson she'd never forget. Mira and Kate were both set to appear on a survival-themed reality show in the forest. Mira and I schemed together, making sure the producers were on board. The director loved Mira's idea of adding a dramatic twist to spice things up to keep the scene authentic, though everything was kept secret. One night, as planned, Mira lured Kate deeper into the woods and then disappeared, leaving her all alone. Kate had no idea hidden cameras were still rolling. As expected, the moment Kate realized she was alone, panic set in.
Mira, where are you? Stop messing around.
Her only reply was the eerie sound of the wind. It was my cue. I stepped out of the shadows. Kate fell right into the trap. She was absolutely losing it, convinced she'd come face to face with a real ghost. Panicked and trembling, she kept pleading with me for mercy.
"People as cruel as you must come with me."
I'm not cruel. Please spare me.
Clearly, she wasn't ready to admit anything yet. I stepped closer.
I stole Amira's role.
"What else? Be honest."
I sabotaged Jinu's relationship with his girlfriend. I treated my staff horribly too. I know I was wrong. I'll fix everything. Please don't hurt me.
Gotcha. Caught you red-handed.
The camera crew followed close behind. Stepping into view, I threw off the cloak, revealing myself. Kate's face turned beet red, her expression a mix of anger and humiliation.
You, how dare you pull this stunt?
She lunged at me, but Mira intercepted, holding up her phone with a sly grin.
Keep throwing your tantrum. Over 10,000 people are watching you live. Oh wait, make that 10,200.
The live stream went viral, and Kate's career plummeted overnight. No brands or productions wanted to associate with her anymore. Jinu eventually reached out to me, asking me to meet. I agreed it was time to clear the air. Why didn't you just tell me everything?
I didn't want to drag you into my mess. I'm sorry for all the pain I caused. Can you forgive me?
Instead of answering, I tiptoed up and kissed him softly. Some things didn't need words. They just needed understanding. Love needs trust and sincerity. Ambition and deceit only lead to failure. Be kind. Stay true. In the end, truth and genuine love will always prevail. Hi, I'm Crystal from a small town in Alaska. Press like and subscribe. Ever since I was born, I've lived with my rich uncle and aunt and 5 girl cousins, but they've always made me feel like I didn't belong with them. For starters, all my cousins had blonde hair and blue eyes, and I had dark curly hair and brown eyes. They always said I wasn't pretty enough to be part of the family.
Mirror. Mirror on the wall. Who's the ugliest of them all?
Crystal, your eyes are the color of poop, and look at your hair. I wonder how many birds sleep inside that nest.
They were the meanest, but I had no one else. You see, my aunt and uncle wouldn't even send me to school and just kept me on my toes all day doing house chores. But I'd secretly taught myself to read. I began reading more and more, and all that knowledge just amazed me. One time when I was 16, my uncle found me reading my cousin's books, and he instantly snatched them from me.
Do you have any idea how expensive these are, and you're using them for free?
Why are you always so awful to me?
Because you're kind of weird and not really one of us.
I pushed him aside and ran out of the room. I just hated it here. A few weeks later, it was Christmas, and I found 5 huge gift boxes under the tree, and another one the size of a matchbox of course, that was mine, and all it had inside was a pinch of salt.
Just a reminder to add the right amount of salt while cooking our meal.
Everyone laughed, and I felt like smashing their heads into the wall. While I was busy cooking, a lawyer visited our house. Curious, I followed him to the study, and when I heard his conversation with my aunt and uncle, I was shook.
That girl Crystal is worth billions. If you want to keep the money her parents left, you should legally adopt her.
Wait, what? I was a freaking billionaire. As soon as the lawyer left, my aunt came running into the kitchen and literally carried me away to the lounge. I was made to sit in Uncle's armchair while he snatched all my cousin's presents and gave them to me.
You girl, give Crystal a foot rub. You, the other one, make her a hot chocolate with extra marshmallows. And the rest, we're changing the dinner menu to all of Crystal's favorites, and you're cooking now. Chop, chop.
Wow, just wow. All of a sudden, I was loved and pampered to bit. I decided now was the time to get the one thing I really wanted.
Oh, sweetheart, no. School is such a dangerous place for girls.
But all my cousins are girls.
They are morons. They're not as precious as you, Pumpkin. We'll get you the best tutor.
Well, that was better than nothing. At least I'd get to learn. But the next night, while I was getting water from the kitchen, I overheard them talking.
How long do we need to pamper that ugly duck?
Don't worry, once we get her money, we'll ship her off to some orphanage.
Who even wants that hairy kid?
God, I knew they were being nice to me because of my money, but these greedy jerks weren't even planning to let me stay. That very night, I packed my bags and ran away, taking the first train out of our town. On the train, an old lady sat next to me, and she told me I was really pretty. She sounded kind, and when we got down, she asked me to join her for a meal at her place. This was the first time someone was treating me nicely without knowing about my wealth. When I got to her mansion, it seemed like she was some billionaire herself. I met some girls older than me, and they all looked really happy. Apparently, the kind woman had given jobs to all of them and even let them stay here. I wondered if I could stay too, and to my surprise, she gladly accepted me. Weeks passed by, and all was good, until one day, the lady woke me up rudely at 3 a.m.
Dress up and get ready.
What? Why? It's not even sunrise yet.
What are you? A chicken waiting for sunrise. Be out already, or I'm going to kick your lazy butt.
OMG! Suddenly, the fairy godmother sounded more like a Hammond. She pulled me down to the main hall where the other girls had already gathered, and then she started explaining how we'd be breaking into some house to steal stuff soon. Wait a second, she was a professional thief? Oh my God! I couldn't believe I've been living with a gang of robbers for weeks! I wasn't going to be a part of this. I slipped away and used the old lady's phone to report her to the police. When they turned up to arrest her and the gang, one of the girls turned to me and said,
I always knew you didn't belong with a bunch of thieves. Here, take this and go see this man. He's a very kind fellow who wants to adopt a daughter.
And so I escaped and made my way to Mr. Hammond's address, and, well, this guy seemed richer, an old Hammond. When a butler led me to him, I explained that I had no family, and some girl gave me his details, and he was overjoyed.
Oh my God, yes. I've been waiting to adopt a little girl. I'm so happy to meet you. And Crystal, that's such a beautiful name. Welcome to your new home.
And just like that, my life turned around. I was immediately led to a gorgeous room and given a brand new wardrobe And when I saw the massive library in the house, I flipped. Oh, sir, you don't know how much I love books. All I've ever wanted is to go to school and learn as much as I can.
Well, my dear, that can be easily arranged.
He made a quick phone call and told me I'd be starting school next week. Was this for real? Even though he seemed lovely, I didn't trust him enough yet to tell him about my parents' money. I knew what that did to people. One morning while I was still asleep, someone scared the heck out of me by jumping onto the bed. And then I saw a girl a few years older than me. She was screaming.
OMG, who are you and what are you doing in my bed?
Dad. Dad? Mr. Hammond came running, and it turned out that the girl was his daughter Pearl, who was now in university.
I just came home to get some stuff. So what? I left and you adopted some ugly weirdo and gave her my room?
Don't be rude. And yes, I'm all alone now, and I'd like some company. Now say hello to your sister.
Sister? I don't know which slum you got her from. Just get her out of my room.
She stormed off, and Mr. Hammond apologized to me. It's okay. I know I'm ugly. My cousins made fun of my hair and eyes all the time. It's nothing new.
What are you talking about? Your hair and eyes are lovely. I only see a girl who's beautiful inside and out. But let me take you to a salon today. Those people will work magic with your hair.
And they really did. They trimmed and styled my wild hair and got my eyebrows done. And for the first time ever, I actually felt pretty. I was so happy I hugged Mr. Hammond. Thanks, Dad. Wait, did I just call him Dad? Maybe I was starting to like him a bit too fast. I had an amazing first day at school. Everyone was telling me I was gorgeous. A few boys even said my warm brown eyes were adorable. All that was great, except when I got home I found Pearl had moved back in. I'd try to be friends with her, but she was impossible. I tried talking to her at dinner, but she just gave me silent glares. When I asked her to pass me the water, she flung the whole jug at my face.
Pearl.
What, Dad? She didn't want it on her face. Oops, my bad.
One day, during the first class, our teacher kept getting annoyed because of some croaking frog sounds. We all looked around and couldn't find any. Just then, a boy put his ear next to my bag and said,
I think it's coming from here.
I opened the bag and dropped it. Immediately, a dozen big frogs jumped out, and there was almost a stampede with everyone screaming and running out. As the teacher fled, she tripped over a chair and fell down really hard. She hurt her arm, and I got a month's attention for my prank. This was all Pearl's doing. I went to her room that day and asked her why she was bent on ruining things for me.
I'll drop this innocent face, Crystal. I know you're just some gold digger and my dad is your target. Just because he's too soft and foolish to see the bad in people doesn't mean I am too. I'll make sure you don't get a penny of my wealth.
She was crazy. All I wanted was a family. Mr. Hammond had a grand pool party planned, and I was so excited my jaw dropped when I saw the guests arrive. Actors, singers, and other glamorous people. I was dazzled. Everyone was having a great time, but as some of the guests started to leave, we suddenly heard a woman screaming at the butler.
What do you mean you can't find my diamond ring and my husband's watch? I gave that stuff to you for safekeeping, before going in the pool.
The butler said he'd put all the guests' belongings in Mr. Hammond's study, but they were all gone. Everyone went crazy, and there was nearly a riot.
Ladies, gentlemen, something like this has never happened before, and I assure you I won't rest till everyone's belongings are returned. You have my word.
As the angry guests went out mumbling and threatening Mr. Hammond, he ordered the servants to strip the house down. Only 10 minutes later, a maid came running with my backpack. She turned it over, and all the rich people's things fell out.
Sir, Miss Crystal's bags were packed. It looks like she was planning to leave.
I was horrified. Side Mr. Hammond looked shocked as I protested that I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, Daddy, what did you expect from someone like her? I always knew she'd do something like this. We need to call the police.
I walked up to Mr. Hammond and looked him straight in the eye. I know I'm just a stranger and not really your daughter, so you'll choose to believe Pearl's words over mine. You can do whatever you want, but just know that your kindness means far more to me than money or things ever could, and I would never do anything to harm you. Suddenly, Mr. Hammond took my hand.
You are my daughter, and I do believe you.
He turned to Pearl with a furious face.
Pearl, if you don't want me to stop paying for your credit cards and cut you out of my will, leave now. I don't want to see your face till you've graduated university.
Pearl stared at him and shot, then screamed angrily and left. I was so touched by Mr. Hammond's words, I finally decided to tell him about my inheritance and my greedy family. He was shocked, and the next thing I knew, he had legally adopted me, and we went in person to tell my family the news. Their faces were just priceless. I was the owner of my money now, and I had big plans for it. I set up a school for poor kids, and now I teach there whenever I can.
Hi, I'm Rue from Chicago. Please like and subscribe. My mom was a renowned doctor and loved me to bits. But when I was 6, I fell from a tree and hit my head. And even though I recovered fine, Mom went crazy. She never let me out of her sight after that. When I started school, she hugged me and cried like a baby at the gate, and she'd even drop by during recess to check on me.
Blood! Oh my God! What happened?
She picked me up and started running to the hospital. Mom put me down. It's just ketchup. And suddenly, we both went crashing into the food counter. By the time I was in 8th grade, I was super popular and a star player on the basketball team. Once during my match, I fell and bruised my knee, and Mom leapt out of the audience screaming hysterically. It was so embarrassing. And then she forced the principal to grant me 1 month's leave to recover. Ugh! I spent the next week in bed watching Avatar World videos about crazy, crazy moms like mine. But a few days later, it was my friend's birthday party, and I felt well enough to sneak out. But just as I was about to kiss this cute guy there, Mom barged in and smashed the music system.
That music's loud enough to hurt my baby's ears.
Mom, are you crazy? How did you even find me? Apparently, she had a tracker installed in my phone to always know my location. On the way home, we had a huge argument. If you ever do something like that again, I'm gonna leave for good and I'll throw away my phone. Mom, you won't be able to find me. And surprisingly, that worked. She kinda backed off, and I was relieved to be back at school soon. Guys, I'm back! I was hoping for an awesome welcome, but to my surprise, no one bothered to say hi. And just as I was about to sit, someone pulled my seat and I fell on my butt.
You can't sit there. It's Sally's seat.
Wait, what? This is my seat. And who's frickin' Sally anyway?
Me, I'm Sally. And you are?
I turned around to see a tall blonde girl offering me a hand. I'm Rue, and I think you're new because I've never...
Oh, Rue! The one with the crazy mom. It's nice to finally meet you. I just joined this month and it's okay. You can take this seat.
She smiled and went to another seat, and all the kids followed her. What the heck? A new girl had taken my place while I was gone for just a month. After that, I noticed how everyone was just too pleased by her. Even the teachers.
Oh, Ms. Olson, did you get a new haircut? It looks so nice on you.
Thanks. Sally, you're the only one to notice. You aren't just smart, you're kind too.
And she helped the other kids with their homework too.
Guys, I got this. You can copy from my assignment as long as you change some things.
Sally, you're the best.
Well, I doubted that. She was just too good to be true and just happened to appear out of thin air and take my popularity. But I wasn't going to lose to her. A basketball match was coming up, and I was going to show her who the real champ was. But on the day of the match, I could see Sally cheering for me with everyone else. In fact, she was cheering the loudest.
Woohoo! It's nice to have the champion back! Go, Rue!
Just then, I slipped on the basketball court and fell flat on my butt with a sprained ankle.
OMG! Someone help me pick her up! She's hurt!
Sally made me lean on her and took me to the nurse's room. She stayed with me the whole time the nurse attended to me, and I was beginning to think I'd misjudged her. She really was quite nice. Later, when I reached home, Mom came running and hugged me tight.
Oh my God! Are you okay? Let's go to the hospital right now.
Ugh. Mom, I'm fine. It's just a small sprain.
That's enough. You're not going to play that stupid game anymore.
Mom grabbed my shoes to throw them away, and that's when I noticed grease all under my shoe. Oh my God! Someone did it on purpose to make me slip. And I knew in my bones it could be none other than Sally. But since I had no proof, I decided to play nice for a while and keep an eye on her. A few days later, there was a big selection quiz for the nationals team, and I saw Sally mixing something in the free juices for all the contestants. Minutes later, the kids were clutching their tummies and running in and out of the bathroom. Ah, that evil witch! Of course she was selected for the finals! But I knew what she had done and decided to confront her. I followed her to the girls' washroom and pushed her to the wall. I'm not fooled by you, Sally. I know what you did there. I saw you mixing something.
Oh, Rue! What's wrong with you? Why are you hitting me?
And saying that, she slapped her own face really hard and started crying loudly. What? Suddenly, some girls came out of the washroom cubicles and pushed me aside.
Gosh, Rue, look at her face. You slapped her so hard it's all red.
We're going to tell the principal that you're bullying Sally.
No! Don't do that! I don't want to cause trouble. We should give Rue a chance to fix this. If she says sorry to me, I'll let it go this time.
What? The freaking frogs! Me say, sorry to her? Ugh, no way! I pushed her harder this time and stormed out of there. But now I knew she was a cunning fox, and I had to play smarter than her. Soon, the elections for the new school president were announced, and I was super excited to participate. But guess who else was running for president? Sally! She already had loads of kids working for her campaign and making her posters. One day, while I was in the library working on mine, I heard some noises. I went ahead to check, and I was shocked to see Sally bullying a kid.
What do you mean you didn't complete my assignment? I need it back within an hour or I'll kick your butt, you moron!
She took his glasses off and threw them on the ground and crushed them. The guy looked terrified as Sally walked away. Just then, I had a mind-blowing plan. I quickly went in and picked up the guy from the floor. Hey, you don't have to be scared of her, okay? I'll help you get rid of her, but you'll have to help me too. You just have to speak the truth in front of everyone, and I'll make sure she never lays a finger on you again. Deal? The guy looked at me with teary eyes and nodded. A few days later, we had an event where each candidate had to speak up in front of the entire school, and I was all set to see my plan in action. Minutes before Sally was about to come on stage, I was so happy to see the guy she'd bullied standing there already. Sally's whole act was about to be exposed. Yippee!
I need to tell you all something. One of the candidates here is a chameleon who pretends to be your friend, but in reality, she's a bully.
And saying that, he pointed at me. What in the father frickin' world?
That's her, Rue. She even smashed my glasses the other day and put my head inside the toilet. She's a bully.
What? Have you lost your mind? What are you talking about? It was Sally. Can't you remember? She smashed your glasses.
Who's Sally? And please, please don't kill me. Please, someone save me from her.
Saying that he ran and hid behind the other kids, and all of them went bonkers on me.
Rue, we already knew you could be a bully, and now you're blaming Sally for this? Everyone knows Sally would never do something this horrible.
Yeah, we saw what happened in the washroom the other day. You're the bad person here, and you don't deserve to be the president.
And they all started throwing tomatoes at me. I ran out of there to save my butt, but I was so gonna kill Sally now. After the event was over, I followed Sally and saw her kissing that jerk who betrayed me in front of everyone. That's how she turned him on her side. She was such a devil. I heard them laughing and talking about how they'd humiliated me in front of everyone. I couldn't take it anymore. I went ahead and kicked him in the butt. You're such a world-class jerk. You lied in front of everyone for a wicked lizard like her.
Watch your mouth, Rue, or I'll tear off your tongue!
Whoa, look at that! Finally, your true colors are coming out, Sally. But guess what? I've known from day one that you're a witch. And soon, I'll prove it to everyone.
You recorded us?
Oh, yes, I did.
You know I'm tired of pretending to be nice to you. I wish you had slipped and hit your head that day, but you just got away with a little sprain. But today, I'm gonna kill you, Squid Face.
Saying that, she charged at me like a mad bull, and we broke into a wild fight. Within minutes, the cheating jerk came in and held me by my hands. Let go of me, you idiot, or I'll put your face in the toilet seat for real this time. I tried to fight them both, but they locked me inside a small janitor's room.
No one's gonna come here till tomorrow, Rue. And I'm gonna be the next student president by then. And your little phone, I'm gonna destroy it.
Both of them left, and I tried to break open the door, but nothing worked. When I'd almost given up, I suddenly heard a loud thud on the door, and it flew open. Mom! Oh God! I can't believe you found me. I hugged her tight.
Are you okay, sweetie? What happened to you?
Wait, Mom! How did you find me here?
Oh, honey. After you said you were going to throw away your phone the next time you run, I may have put a tracker device in all of your shoes.
Mom?
Okay, sorry. But see, it helped. I was able to help you today after you didn't come home for so long.
She was unbelievable. I immediately ran out to find Sally and saw she was making a bonfire in the school backyard, and she had my phone in her hand. I went in and hit her from behind, and the guy ran away seeing Mom with me.
What are you doing? Let go of me, you witch! I'm gonna kill you this time.
Oh, you can try, but you're not getting away with anything now. This time, I tied her and made sure she didn't run away until we called the principal and her parents.
We are really sorry, but she has a histrionic personality disorder. Because of that, she wants to be noticed and praised all the time. We kept it out of her records when she joined this school.
Oh God, I didn't know I was taking such a dangerous kid. But you've been really brave, Rue. I'm gonna announce you as the next student president tomorrow.
No, I'm the best one! I'm the best! She's nothing! Saying that, she broke the ties and leapt towards me. I'm gonna burn this entire school with you in it, loser! Thankfully, the principal had called security and they took her away. After everything was over, I turned to Mom, thinking she'd go all crazy again. But she hugged me.
Oh, honey, are you okay? I was so scared.
I'm fine, Mom. Thanks for saving my life today.
I love you.
But no more tracking devices, please. Hi, friends. My name is Anna, and I'm from LA. Before I tell you my story, please like and subscribe. I used to live in a tiny apartment with my dad, but he wanted to give me everything in the world.
Sweetheart, I promise you I'll give you the world. You'll have everything that I didn't have in my childhood. I will make you so happy.
But Daddy, I am so happy. See, Dad fulfilled his promise and worked hard. He became one of the most successful businessmen in the country, and I couldn't be prouder. Dad loved spoiling me. He'd get me all the latest gadgets, collectible Barbies, and I even had a theme park inside our mansion. I had everything and lived the life of a princess. But there was just one thing missing. My mom. Ever since I was a little girl, I was so curious about my mom, and whenever I'd ask him about her, he'd tell me how it was her loss that she left us. On my 5th birthday, Dad threw us the most lavish party ever. He went totally overboard and had ponies and even hot air balloons. I was having a wonderful time with my friends, but when I was in the jumping castle, a kid was being super pesky and kept bumping into others. When he pushed me, I pushed him back, and he ended up falling out of the jumping castle in an instant. His mom came running and hugged him so tight.
Oh my God, my dear, are you hurt?
She then glared at me and said,
If your mom hadn't left you, maybe she could have taught you some manners.
I felt so crushed. Even though it was that kid's fault, and he wasn't hurt bad, his mom was so worried she lovingly swept him into her arms and left. It was at that moment I realized that leaving me was not my mom's loss, but mine. And then I ended up throwing the worst tantrum ever. When Dad brought my giant cake out, I kicked the table. I don't want this. I want my mommy. Daddy, give me my mommy. Everyone was stunned to see me acting out, and then the party was over. Later, when Dad came to tuck me into bed, he gave me a gift.
I wanted to give you this when you were older, but I know you need it now.
It was a locket with a picture of my mom. It was the first time I was seeing her picture, and it made me so happy. Every night, I kissed her picture and vowed to find her someday. Mommy, one day when I grow up, I promise I'll find you, and I'll be so good you'll love me. One time I was at school, and we were going for swimming lessons. The teacher asked everyone to remove any watches and jewelry we were wearing, but I just couldn't remove Mom's locket. Teacher, can I keep my locket on, please?
Why?
It's the only thing I have of my mom. I never take it off. Hearing this, the teacher squeezed me into a hug, and all the kids looked at me with such sad eyes.
Oh, I am so sorry, Anna. I didn't know. My heart aches for you. Sweetie, you can keep wearing that locket.
After that day, everyone seemed kind of extra nice to me in class. They'd offer me the best seat during lunch. Everyone wanted to sit with me and would even share their lunch with me.
Anna, try this. My mom made it especially for you. When I told her about your mom, she so wanted to cook this for you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Even in class, the teachers were extra sweet to me. One time, we were having a test, and I just coughed, and my teacher went all emotional on me saying that I didn't need to take the test.
Okay, that was awesome because I wasn't prepared.
With a smile, I left the class, but during lunchtime, Bella came over to me. She was like the meanest girl in our school.
Anna, don't you get sick of your sob story every time? It's, I don't have a mommy. Always taking sympathy from teachers and other kids. You're such a drama queen. No wonder your mommy ran away from you.
God, her words made my blood boil, but it also hurt me so much I felt I would start crying. But just then, someone spoke. It was Isaac, the scholarship student at her school.
Come on, Bella, you have your entire life to be a jerk. Why not take off today? Leave her alone.
Bella just rolled her eyes and checked her nails.
You know, Isaac, you and Anna, you're both pretty much alike. She uses her mommy story, and you use your "oh, I'm so poor" story so people will have pity on you. So pathetic. That did it.
I never wanted anyone's sympathy or pity. Without even thinking twice, I grabbed Bella's hair, and then she did too. We both were fighting like crazy. Later, we were taken to the principal's office. I was expecting to get detention, but she only punished Bella, and that really pissed me off. Why didn't I get punishment? I also pulled her hair.
Anna, we know you're a good student. Bella has had many complaints against her. It's time she faces the consequences of her actions. I am going to expel her.
Whoa! I knew the principal was taking pity on me. I stormed out of the office, but was totally surprised to see how many kids gathered outside looking at me with gooey eyes. Is everything all right? Why are you guys looking at me so weirdly?
Weirdly? Anna, it's pure adoration. You saved us. You're like the first girl to show Bella her place. It was so cool.
The look on her face felt like a cherry on top of a cake. Okay, I sure wasn't expecting this. After that day, Isaac would follow me around everywhere. Not just Isaac, but so many other kids too. They treated me like some sort of leader, and I was in no way a leader. All the time I would be getting praises and compliments, and it was kind of getting on my nerves.
Oh, Anna, your skin. It's so beautiful.
Anna, can you teach me how you solve that math equation? I know you study smart instead of studying hard. I don't want to be like you.
Since I liked music, there was one time in art class, I was just humming a song when all of a sudden Isaac put me in the spotlight.
Oh my god, that was the sweetest voice I have ever heard. Come on, guys, let's hear it from Anna.
No, zip it, Isaac. But then everyone started chanting my name like I was some pop star. Even the teachers mustering all my courage. I sang, and everyone clapped so loud for me. Okay, that was weird because I was just a normal singer, nothing extraordinary, but everyone treated me as if I was something special. As if things couldn't get any weirder, my classmates chose me as the class president. The surprising thing was that I never participated. I didn't have any clue how to be a class president, but Isaac was there for me. Turned out he was a really nice guy and helped me every step of the way. Isaac and I became best friends. The guy was totally my support system, always there for me. When we were in high school, Isaac started working in a cafe as a barista, and I loved hanging out there. One time when I was at the cafe, Isaac made his signature coffee for me. But just then, I saw someone enter the cafe, and I dropped the cup. It was Mom. I could recognize her face in a million faces. She had 2 kids with her, and the moment Isaac saw her, he greeted her and called her Emily. I felt like my whole world was standing still. I came out of my stupor when I saw one of her kids run out of the shop, and that's when I bolted. Hey, stop, get back in here. No. The kid just stuck out his tongue at me and was about to run onto the road, but thank God I lunged forward. I grabbed his shirt and pulled him back, and right then a truck passed by. That was close, really close. Right then Mom came out and thanked me.
Oh my God, thank you so much. You saved my baby. You're an angel.
No problem. I just turned to leave, but Mom grabbed my shoulder. I thought she'd recognize me, but it was something else.
So you work here? You seem like someone who can handle kids. Can you babysit my boys? I'll give you a letter of recommendation once you're done. I'll pay you well too.
Oh my God, how could I say no to that? I instantly agreed. I started working at Mom's place, and it had been 3 days, and I totally loved it. She lived in a big mansion, but that was nothing compared to where Dad and I lived. I was pretty amazed to see Mom's life. She loved makeup and posted her videos on Instagram, and her husband seemed like a nice guy who really loved her. Every night before leaving, I would see Mom tucking the twins into bed. She would snuggle them and shower them with kisses. It was adorable, but it always made me feel a tad bit jealous. In a few weeks, the twins and I started to get along just fine, and Mom was so happy, telling me how they never liked babysitters, but had started to love me. Why wouldn't they? I was their big sister. There was one time Mom had to go out, and when she returned, I was totally drained, and she felt bad for me.
Oh, honey, I am so sorry I got late today. I'll pay you extra today. And what have the twins done to your hair? Come on, I'll give you a makeover. Have you looking like a supermodel.
Makeover? Wow, I would love that. Mom then put on some light makeup and did my hair just like she did hers. But once she was done, she looked at me so shocked I wondered why. And looking at my reflection in the mirror, I knew the answer. I looked just like her. I wish you would notice how much we were alike. Notice me?
Wow, you are a very pretty girl.
Just like you. I mean, of course, you did my makeup and hairstyle like yours. So that's why I look so pretty.
Perhaps. But girl, you are a natural beauty.
After that day, I felt like Mom's eyes were constantly on me. Every time I'd be doing something with the twins, I would catch her staring at me, and then she'd look away. I knew something was on her mind, but she never said anything. There was one time when Mom was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the twins and offered me one too. PB&J makes me puke. No way!
Really? Same. I hate them too. I didn't realize we're so much alike.
Yeah, perhaps. Mom looked at me for a few seconds and then blurted,
Anna, what's your father's name?
My heart started to beat so fast. Finally, she had realized who I was. But just as I opened my mouth, Mom's husband stepped in and kissed her, and I decided to talk to her later. But later that night, I heard noises from Mom's room. I was so worried and went upstairs, but what I heard broke my heart. Mom and her husband were arguing about Mom's first daughter.
You're telling me this now after all these years? You deceived me.
I was so young when I had her. But now things are different. I know I made a mistake.
Yes, a mistake. Mistakes are meant to be forgotten. Just forget her and focus on the now. Your family, your husband, and your boys.
That moment, I realized what I was doing. Mom was happy. She had the perfect life, the perfect family, the perfect husband, and I was ruining it all for my own selfish reasons. I just ran out of the house, and thank God Isaac was waiting for me outside. I instantly hugged him and told him everything. I just want to leave her alone. I can't do this. I can't shatter her perfect life.
But she's your mom too. It's your right to confront her.
Forget about it. Let's go home. That day when I went home, I gave Dad a tight hug. He truly was my world. I decided to get out of Mom's life and let her be, so I started to avoid her calls. She texted me and wanted me to come to her house, but I refused and messaged her saying I had a new job. But a week later, something strange happened. I was in my room when I heard Mom's voice. She was calling my name, and I came running down the stairs and was so shocked to see her. Dad and I both stood stunned, and then Mom came running and swept me into her arms.
Oh my God, I knew it. It's really you, my daughter, my Anna. That day I wanted to talk to you, but you left. Anna, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry for my mistakes. Why did you leave without talking to me?
Because I am a mistake. Mistakes are meant to be forgotten.
Oh, darling, please forgive me. I was a fool for thinking so. You are my strength. You are the person who made me a mother. It was foolish of me to abandon you, but I promise, even if I had to fight against the world, I'll never leave your side. I love you so much.
I love you too, Mom. I love you so much.
Hi, I'm Nancy from Nevada. Before I start my action movie story, please like and subscribe. Being stuck in the orphanage, you would think snagging a new foster home would be lit. But nah, not for me. I messed up every shot by acting all crazy and throwing tantrums that made couples think twice. I'd seen firsthand how kids were moved from foster home to foster home, like there's some unwanted goods. And I didn't want that to ever be me, until Mr. and Mrs. John were the most interesting couple I'd ever seen.
We've heard nothing but great things about you, Pet. I hope we get along.
Yeah, fun. Can we just go now? Oh, I just knew living with them had to be interesting, but nothing could have prepared me for the next incredibly crazy week of my life. After driving for a few minutes in their tinted SUV, we stopped outside a huge mansion. Just then, Mrs. John handed me a carton filled with a box of cookies. Oh, are you trying to bribe me with these?
They're not for you. Deliver them to that mansion.
Wait, what in the world do you think I am?
Hey, kiddo, don't worry. We'll reward you for this. All you have to do is ring a bell and leave before the door opens. Now be quick!
It was all very confusing for me. I wanted to say no, but the cold look on their faces made me think again. Okay, chill out, Grazilla. I did as I was told and rang the bell. But before I could get away, I tripped and fell, face first. And it must have triggered an alarm system because the whole compound instantly started blaring red and sprinklers came on. And just then, Mr. John grabbed me. And the next minute, we're in the car and gone within seconds. So cookies, huh? Is that like my new job description? Great task for a girl guide, am I right? No one said a word, and we rode in silence. But what were the cookies all about? About an hour later, we pulled up to this large mansion. And when I walked in it, it was clear that this was not an ordinary home. There were a bunch of kids doing different things all over the house. Some were dancing, others were training in karate, and others were busy clacking on their laptops like maniacs. Gosh, why did they adopt me when they had these many kids already? I was kind of freaked out seeing the entire scenario of the mansion. It was like a whooping kids' mill, and I was hit with the freaking rules before I could even say hi to anyone. Not that anyone wanted to talk to me. They just glared at me like I had 2 poops on my head.
Lights out at 7 p.m. sharp. Breakfast at 5 a.m.
5 a.m., that's ridiculous.
Talking back and being disobedient will get you in a chokey.
A chokey? That can't be a real thing.
It is, and I can't wait for you to end up there.
Ha ha ha! Who was she? And what was she so excited about?
No phones or social media.
What? I'm gonna miss some of my avatar stories on YouTube without my phone. Anyway, things just got even worse that night when I heard weird noises outside and saw a huge truck loading stuff into the barn in the backyard. I literally wanted to run away instantly because I sensed something really horrible was going on in there. Curious, I crept out to the barn to take a closer look. But just then, someone appeared behind me.
I knew you were up to no good, new girl.
You're the chokey girl.
You!
She glared at me angrily, but before she could answer, Mrs. John showed up.
What are you girls doing here when you should be sleeping?
I caught her sneaking around, Mom. I was about to bring her to you. Thank you, Kylie. You can go back to bed now.
That little snitch!
You!
Oh gee, how did I get out here? I must have sleepwalked again. Oops, I'll just go back to sleep now. Nighty-night. As I rushed back to the house, I spotted a boy on the other side of the barn trying to hide. So, the next day, while everyone was busy, I pretend slept all the way to the barn and bumped butts with someone.
Hey, watch where you're. Wow, you're so pretty.
Are you seriously hitting on me right now? Dude!
Oh.
Wait, you're that guy I saw from last night. Nosy much?
Huh? Look who's talking. Anyway, I'm Isaac. We can't be seen here together. Come on.
He took me to a corner and revealed that he was new here, but he had a feeling that something strange was going on.
A truck goes out every night, comes back after 3 hours, then they offload stuff from it. The barn doors and windows are always tightly shut, so I don't know what's in there.
We should totally find out what's in there. Chill, I have an idea. So that night, after dinner, Isaac and I met up outside the barn, jumped into the truck, and hid in a corner behind a cardboard box. A few minutes later, we heard feet. The door was shut, and the truck started moving.
We have 30 minutes in and out just like we've done before. Got it?
What the heck was going on? A little while later, the truck pulled up, and after everyone left, Isaac and I came out. Ow, gosh, my legs fell asleep.
Well, better wake them up because we don't have much time.
And that's when I saw it. Holy smokes, I've been here before.
What?
It's the house the Johns had made me deliver cookies at the day they adopted me. We watched through the window as the masked kids turned the rooms in our view upside down, throwing anything valuable in a bag. Jewelry, paintings, even expensive cutlery. They were going for everything. Oh my goodness! They're robbing rich people! But where are the owners? Within minutes, they were done and rushed out as Isaac and I ran back into the truck and hid behind the box. By now, it had become clear that we'd been adopted by a bunch of crooks. We had to get to the bottom of this, so we came up with a plan. But as soon as we tried to sneak back into the mansion, we got caught.
What do we have here?
Why is she always trailing us? Hey, Kylie, you can't tell anyone you saw us, okay? Just let us in and we'll get you more pink hair dye. Come on, girl!
Do you think I'm stupid?
Kylie, come on!
Just then, Isaac covered her mouth and we dragged her outside.
Shh, I'll remove my hand if you promise not to scream.
Kylie, please, it's really important. I'll get you more. Another pink teddy. Everything pink. I'll work my butt off just for you. Just hear us out. Isaac, let go of her. and we explained where we were and what we had seen. But it was like talking to a brick wall.
I can't believe you'd accuse Mom and Dad of something like that.
They were right about you all along. I know you don't believe us, but we have proof. We just have to get into the barn. Then you can see the stuff they stole tonight. Kylie wasn't convinced, and we were determined to prove ourselves. Minutes later, we managed to break the barn door lock. But spoiler alert! There was nothing in there except cleaning detergents and materials, food supplies, and other boring stuff. What happened to all the jewelry and expensive stuff they stole earlier?
Now you're really in trouble.
Kylie! But it was too late! Mrs. John had heard the commotion and was standing right behind us.
They were in the truck and claiming that you guys are crooks or something.
Thanks, Pet! You're doing a good job keeping an eye on the troublemakers.
Seriously, man, we saw where you were and what you did. Isaac, tell them!
I didn't see anything. I don't know what she's talking about, Mrs. J, by the way. Is that a new scarf? It looks amazing on you. I'll go back to bed now.
What? That freaking coward! Ugh, I was boiling with anger as I watched him practically run away.
Ha 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 ha! Your little boyfriend totally threw you under the bus. It must really suck to be you.
First of all, he's not my boyfriend. And secondly...
That's enough! Kylie, dear, I brought you your favorite marshmallows. Be a darling and let me talk to Nancy here.
She skipped out of the barn like she just won a lottery. For whatever reason, it was clear by now that she was the couple's little pet for sure. But the minute she walked out, Mrs. John turned cold as an iceberg. She doesn't know the truth, does she?
She's too slow and a little pathetic and talks too much. But you're smart! I knew the minute I saw you, you'd fit the team perfectly.
You won't get away with this.
I was gonna give you more time to settle in, but you seem very curious, so get ready for your second mission since you failed terribly on your first.
The next morning, I received an invitation and a red dress on my bed. According to this, I was expected to attend a very important ball in the next 3 days, and I was supposed to learn how to waltz. What in the freaking coconuts? I've never waltzed a day in my life. I wanted to rip off the dress, but to fulfill my mission, I had to agree to everything they said. 2 days of intense dance lessons and my trainer's swollen toes. Later, I was ready to go. I didn't even know who my dance partner was. I walked in and saw Isaac at the center stage in a freaking 2-piece suit. Gosh, was he always this handsome? It was like I was seeing him for the first time. And when he took my hand to the dance floor, I felt like a princess.
Wow, you look so beautiful.
Even his voice was melting my heart. Nope, nope, snap out of it, girl. This is not the time. Don't think I forgot how you left me alone the other day, you coward.
I'm sorry we had to carry out with the plan. They're watching our every move. If we fail, they might pin everything on us and send us to juvie.
Then let's do this before I pass out. I'm so freaking nervous. So, as planned, Isaac and I danced our way near the target's table and pulled our best moves, which left her pretty impressed. And when she was hooked, I grabbed the edge of the tablecloth. And when Isaac spun me, I pulled it, pouring drinks all over everyone on the table. And Isaac pretended to slip and landed on the waiter, carrying drinks and snacks in his hand. It was pure chaos, but just enough time for me to slip the flash drive into the mayor's wife's hand and whisper in her ear, "Please, please watch it and save the children." All right, you guys must be so lost, so let me catch you up on what happened between the day of the barn and the ball. Can you roll it all the way back? So, after Isaac chickened out that night, he didn't really leave the barn. We'd felt parts of the wooden floor creak earlier. So after everyone went to sleep that night, Isaac let me in the barn. And when we flipped the wood on the floor, we found a secret room with a bunch of laptops, tracking devices, crazy tools, all the jewelry, expensive paintings, and other stuff stolen from so many houses and rich people. And they had files on each kid, and something to hold against us. So we never talked to the police. They were horrible. There were also cookie-shaped secret cameras, which must have been put in the boxes delivered to the targeted houses. But we needed help to expose the couple. So we showed everything to Kylie, and she was so heartbroken.
It was all a lie. How could they? I thought I finally got a family who'll take care of all my needs. I loved them, defended them, and trusted them. But now...
Hey, Hey, I know you must be feeling terrible. It's hard for us orphans when we come so close to a family and we lose them in a blink, isn't it? But listen, you don't need that couple to be your family. There are plenty good people out there. And I'm here for you too.
If you're done with your TED Talk, we have to come up with a plan.
Guys, I have an idea. They're going to pay for this.
She turned out to be pretty smart. So with her help, we found out that there would be a ball. And the Johns were planning to use us and other kids to steal from the mayor's wife and other rich guests at the ball. So we took pictures of everything thanks to a phone Kylie stole for us, recorded everything, and put it all in a flash disk. And that's how we ended up here. If you're watching this, Mrs. Mayor, I'm really sorry about your expensive Louis Vuitton. A few hours after the ball, the police raided the Johns' home and found everything as we'd presented it in the flash disk. The kids' records were also cleared, and they were put in good foster homes. After a few weeks, Isaac, Kylie, and I got sponsors who sent us to campus. Kylie and I studied to be social workers and help protect kids, while Isaac joined a police academy.
Hi, my name is Serafina. Before we jump into today's story, please like and subscribe to Luna Avatar. My first memory of Mom is her voice singing lullabies to me every night. It was the most beautiful sound in the world. Mainly because the moment she stopped, I'd start screaming again. By the time I was 16 months old, I could hum every lullaby perfectly. My dad, a piano genius, taught me beautiful notes and how to put them together, and I was totally obsessed with it. On Dad's 30th birthday, there was a grand celebration at our mansion. Right after everyone started toasting, I climbed up on a table and began singing the birthday song. Suddenly, the whole room went silent, ready to take in my first performance.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
When I finished, I realized my voice could make a grown man cry.
Oh my God, that's exactly the voice of an angel.
I always had a feeling Serafina was gifted. I'm so proud of you, darling.
Right after that, my parents hired the best musicians in the city to coach me in vocals and music theory. At every party my parents and their friends hosted, they'd invite me to perform, and they even paid me for it. My life was perfect. Until one day, everything changed. When I was in the 2nd grade, my dad had just returned from meeting with some partners overseas. I froze when I saw a little girl with sad eyes, holding a stuffed bunny, step out of the car too. She was trying to hide behind Dad, but he gently pushed her forward.
This is Annabelle, Serafina. She's your sister, and she'll be living with our family now. Will you take care of her?
I looked into her scared, dark eyes and immediately took her hand. Always! But from the moment Annabelle showed up, a dark shadow, like the dress she wore, was cast over our happy home. It started with a huge fight between my parents that evening, and both of us overheard it.
You've broken my heart. She reminds me of my worst nightmare, and I have to see it every day. She can't stay here. I won't raise a child that isn't mine.
She has nowhere to go. Her mother's gone. I know you hate me right now, but please don't take it out on her. She's just a kid.
I didn't want Annabelle to hear this, so I said, "Come on, I'll play something for you. What's your favorite song?" I didn't fully understand what was happening, but one thing was clear. Mom hated Annabelle. She ignored her like there wasn't any child in the house besides me. But my dad and I were different. We adored her. Maybe it was because I could see the sadness and loneliness in my sister's eyes. And we more than made up for Mom's ice-cold attitude. But in the 8th grade, we got news one day that made our whole world come crashing down. Dad had been in a terrible car accident, and he was gone. We were all devastated, but Mom just shut herself up in her room for weeks. One night, while I was reading a Snow White story to Annabelle, Mom suddenly burst into the room and started yelling.
What are you doing in my daughter's room? You're just a poor maid.
Mom, are you okay? She's not a maid, this is Annabelle, remember?
Yes, Annabelle. How could I forget her? Everything got worse when she showed up. No, everything is exactly her fault.
I stared in horror at Mom as Annabelle started to cry.
Pack your things first thing in the morning, Annabelle. Are you planning to sleep with this filthy maid tonight?
What? No, she's not going anywhere. Dad said she's my sister.
Either she goes to the maids or the orphanage. This is her last night here.
As Mom was leaving, she suddenly pounced at Isabel, grabbed her stuffed bunny, and threw it in the fire.
No, my mom made that!
Annabelle cried for hours, and I hugged her to sleep. What had happened to my mom? The very next day, Annabelle had to move to the maids' quarters despite my strong protests. She was still allowed to go to school, but she had to do house chores in her free time. I was scared she'd be sent away, so I stopped fighting with Mom, but I'd sneak food to her and help her with her homework at night. At school, we could always hang out together. But one day, I started trembling when I saw my mom show up at school, heading straight to the principal's office. Oh my God! Maybe my worst fear was about to come true. Mom, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm here to withdraw Annabelle from school, of course.
You can't do that! She has to go to school!
Why? She's never going to be anything but a maid like her stupid mother. Education is a complete waste on someone whose future is just sweeping floors and cleaning rooms.
As she turned around, I grabbed Mom's wrist. If you make her drop out of school, I will too, and I'll tell everyone why. Are you sure you want everyone to know how you really treat Annabelle? Mom, Dad would be so disappointed in you. Mom looked shocked, then angrily pulled her arm away and left I'd won this little battle. But God knows what she'd do next. Things weren't great at home, but at least I had Eric. He was my boyfriend for 2 years and was just crazy about my voice one evening when I was on a date with him. I suddenly started getting calls from Annabelle.
Come home right now, Serafina!
I ran home to a scene of complete chaos. Mom was tearing apart Annabelle's room. What's going on?
Your dad's watch is missing, and I'm going to search all the maids' rooms, and when I find it, I'm kicking out the thief for good.
Just then, a servant came from another room saying it was under Mom's personal maid's bed. Mom looked completely shocked to find out it was her, but she threw her bags out instantly. Some days later, it was Annabelle's 13th birthday, and I snuck into her room with a cake when she blew the candles out. I asked her what she'd wished for.
I wished your mom was dead.
Annabelle, you don't mean that? She's my mom. Annabelle stayed silent, and I got up to leave. I'd never seen that look of hatred on my little sister's face before. In the middle of all this drama, I had a huge audition coming up. A prestigious music academy was looking for talent from different schools, and being selected would be a dream. But 5 days before the audition, I woke up with my throat hurting. I called out to the maid, but to my horror, my voice was gone. Mom rushed me to the doctor who diagnosed me with laryngitis. What he said next left me shocked.
Your voice will return to normal soon, but this is the end of your singing. If you strain your vocal cords too much, you could lose your voice permanently.
I just couldn't believe it. On the day of the auditions, I slipped into the auditorium with Eric, feeling devastated. I wanted to be up on that stage more than anything. And then one of the judges said,
"The last performer is Miss Annabelle."
Wait, what? Annabelle stepped onto the stage and started singing.
Don't know what you wanna achieve, but make a
I was stunned. Her voice was beautiful. The judges gave her a standing ovation and said they'd be in touch with her. Soon as everyone started to leave, I caught up with her. Annabelle, that was amazing. But why didn't you tell me you could ever sing like that? She brushed my arm off angrily, her eyes blazing.
You never asked. You just assume that you're the only one with any talent. But I guess that's something we both got from our father. It makes you unhappy, doesn't it?
Why would you say that? I've always had your back, Annabelle.
Yet I've been living as a maid in my dad's house for years, and you did nothing. You think sneaking me food makes up for how I'm treated? No, it doesn't. All it does is make you feel good about yourself.
Annabelle, I tried.
Oh, nice try. I hate you, Serafina.
As she stormed off, I felt heartbroken. As Eric walked me back home that evening, suddenly, a skateboarder came charging straight at him. I pushed Eric out of the way just in time, but he landed on the pavement, hitting his head. I quickly called an ambulance, and after hours of waiting at the hospital, we were shocked to get the news Eric was in a coma. The doctors were hopeful he'd wake up soon, but weeks turned into months, and before I knew it, a year had passed. I was almost done with high school, and Annabelle was in her music academy on full scholarship, but we never spoke anymore. One day when I went to see Eric, I was shocked to see him sitting up in bed. Oh my God, you're awake! He gently pushed me away.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Eric, it's me, Serafina, your girlfriend.
Can you sing?
Yes, well I used to, but then I got sick and had to stop, remember?
No! I just know that my girlfriend sings beautifully. I couldn't move or see all these months, but she'd talk and sing to me often, and I could hear her. I know her voice, and it's not you.
Suddenly my blood ran cold when I heard someone behind me.
Babe, that was me. You could hear me?
Annabelle?
Yes, it's you.
She ran forward and hugged him, and then they kissed. Suddenly I just lost it. I pulled Annabelle by her hair. Are you completely crazy? You've been visiting my boyfriend and singing to him. Tell him you're lying.
I am not. He's mine. Let me go, witch.
And suddenly she pushed me viciously and I went flying into a trolley. I attacked her and we went crashing straight into the machines. And the next thing we knew, we were both thrown out of the hospital. I turned furiously to Annabelle. We're done for good. You become a hateful monster. I don't even know who you are anymore. But you're definitely not my sister. Finally! And with that, she left. I went on a very long walk to clear my head. And by the time I got home, Annabelle was gone. The next morning, Mom discovered a lot of things were gone too, including Dad's watch.
Heck, I'm going to report her to the police. I'm going to.
Mom, just stop it. She's gone. That's what you wanted since you first saw her, right? And so what if she took Dad's stuff? It's hers too. Let it freaking go. A year later, I went off to university to study music. If I couldn't sing anymore, I could still play in my final year. I was leaving the campus one day when I stepped on a newspaper. It had Eric and Annabelle's face on the front page with the headline "Billionaire to tie knot in 2 weeks." Well, good for them. But just a few days later, I walked into a coffee shop. And to my shock, I saw Eric there. And he was kissing a blonde girl. That definitely wasn't Annabelle. I just walked away. It wasn't my problem. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. And when her wedding day arrived, I just could not do anything. Even if she hated me. She was my freaking little sister. And that's how I found myself bursting into the church and running like crazy down the aisle. Hold it! This wedding can't happen! As Annabelle turned to look at me in horror, I ran straight at her and hugged her. I held onto her tight as she squirmed and shrieked.
Oh my God, you psycho! Get off me!
I love you, Annabelle! I'm not going anywhere till you listen to me! As Eric looked super mad and everyone stared at us, she dragged me off to a small room.
What do you think you're doing, Serafina?
Annabelle, you can't marry Eric. He's a cheater. I saw him kissing a girl the other day. I swear I'm not lying.
Think I don't know about that? Well, I do. And it doesn't matter. I stole your man, and hell take care of me. At least I got rid of you and your psycho mom, so just buzz off.
Annabelle, listen to me. You're just angry right now. I'm so sorry about everything. Mom was unbelievably cruel to you, and I should have fought harder. You deserved so much better, and you still do. Don't marry this jerk, please.
Why do you care?
Because you're my little sister and I miss you so much. I had 2 things that I loved the most. My voice and you. I lost my voice for good. And I don't want to lose you too. Please forgive me and come with me.
Oh, Serafina, I'm so sorry for all the horrible things I did to you. I thought I wanted to marry Eric too, tease you. But I now realize that everything I've been doing in my life was to not end up alone. I just wanted to belong to someone.
You belong to me. You're my family. I made a promise to Dad to take care of you. And I will, always. And with that, we hugged each other and walked back to our home. Family always comes first.
I kick Dad's car again and again. I hate them. I hate them so much. They just love making me miserable. They make fun of me. They're mean to me. They think I'm not special. But I'll find out what makes me special. One day, everyone will love me and they'll see. Hi, I'm Betty, and I hate my family. I'm the youngest child, and I have a mean older sister, Emily. My parents never wanted me, and they never failed to let me know that.
Aw, man, I told you we shouldn't have kept the baby. Just look at her. She's so ugly. I'm not taking that thing in my house.
That's what my dad said when I was born.
Oh, shut up. Stop being so dramatic. She can be useful in the house.
On my 10th birthday, I asked my mom why they don't celebrate my birthday like they do Emily's.
Oh, don't you know? We didn't plan for you, and we don't want you. Also, we look like a royal family. And just look at you. You look like a maid.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but she wasn't finished.
I think it's time you start earning your keep in this house. Starting tomorrow, you're doing all the house chores. Since you're old enough to ask for a birthday party, you're old enough to work.
I knew I wasn't beautiful like Emily. I think I wasn't really beautiful at all. But something down in my soul told me that I'm special in some way. Not bragging, but I just knew it. I just had to find it. The next day, I was napping when my sister barged into my room and slammed the door. I woke up immediately, feeling really startled. She stood by the door with a sneaky smile on her face.
Oh, poor baby. Are you scared? I'm so sorry I woke you up.
I was so angry. I knew she wasn't sorry. She got a thrill out of making me miserable. She was always trying to embarrass me at school, too. One morning, while I was getting ready for school, She entered my room with a yellow sundress and threw it at me.
Here, you can wear this. It's too outdated for me now, but it's still better than anything you have.
I knew immediately that she gave me that dress because she wanted to humiliate me. Sure, I replied. So I changed some things about the dress to make it more fashionable, and then I paired it with black boots when I walked into class. Everyone was staring at me. I could tell they were impressed by my outfit and sense of fashion. I was so happy. After class, when Emily saw me in the hall, she looked shocked and horrified.
How dare you do that to my dress?
With that, she stormed off angrily, and I felt even happier. One day, I saw Emily going through Mom's cupboard and walking away with a box. Of course, they wouldn't mind her taking anything she wanted. But a couple of days later, Mom barged into my room with Dad and Emily right behind her.
Accusing me of stealing her jewelry.
I told her I didn't do it. I pointed at Emily. Why don't you ask your precious daughter? I saw her taking it. Emily gave me an evil smile, and I started to feel suspicious.
Emily would never do that. I'm going to search your room, and if I find it, girl, you'll wish you were never born.
What an irony! She searched my room and found the jewelry. I was dumbfounded. Emily must have planted it in my room. I just stood there speechless.
You thief.
Emily was giggling, and Dad started screaming at me. No matter how many times I said I hadn't stolen it, he just wouldn't believe me. He told me I was grounded for 2 weeks with no phone and no lunch money. As if that wasn't bad enough, he said I had to clean the house from top to bottom. I looked at my dad with hatred. He pampered my mom and Emily, but treated me like dirt. I couldn't take it anymore, so I screamed at them. I hate you. I hate you guys. They looked shocked because I'd never stood up to them before. Just you watch. I'll find what makes me special and people will love me for it. I stormed out of the room and ran outside to my dad's car and kicked it. It felt good. A week after that, I was looking for my math assignment everywhere. I asked Emily if she had taken it, but she said no. Of course, I didn't trust her. So I waited till she went out with her friends, and then I sneaked into her room. I wasn't surprised when I found it under her bed next to her headphone. I decided to take that too. That's when I discovered my love for music. Whenever I was upset and wanted to escape my family, I would go into my room and listen to songs on the iPod. I would sing along, and it would really calm me down. One day in the cafeteria, I was walking to a table when Emily suddenly threw something on the floor. Before I could stop myself, I had stepped on a banana peel, and I slipped with my lunch flying everywhere. I heard someone say,
"What a clumsy fool."
I was so embarrassed, I just ran out of there. After that day, I started eating in the school library all by myself. One day, during lunch break, I was listening to music on my iPod as usual, and I started singing along when I heard a voice say,
"Oh my, you have such an angelic voice."
I turned around to see it was the school librarian, Mrs. Shepherd. She looked really impressed, but I didn't believe her. "Thank you, but I don't think there's anything special about my voice." She told me to sing it again, and this time, she recorded it on her phone. I'd never thought about that. She played it back, and I heard the most beautiful tone. At that moment, I realized I'd discovered my gift. I was so ecstatic, I hugged her and said, "Thank you so much, so much. I've wanted to have something special my whole life, and you've made me realize what it is." I rushed home to tell my family about my singing ability. They just stared at me for a moment, and then burst out laughing.
What an attention seeker you are, Betty. Just stop making stuff up. You're never going to be anyone special.
After the jewelry incident, I hadn't been able to forgive Dad for not believing me and treating me badly. And he was just doing it again. I wanted to hurt him as much as he had hurt me, so I decided to call his company and accuse him of theft. Dad worked as an account manager for a business firm, and I wasn't exactly sure if he had stole from the company. But someone as horrible as him must be shady, and I wanted him investigated. At the end of my junior year, I was singing in my room when my sister screamed from her room,
"Stop squawking like a bird."
I rolled my eyes and yelled, "You would know, since you screech like one." Just then, there was a knock at our main door. I ran to open it and found 2 male cops standing there. One of them asked,
"Is this the Blackwell residence?"
Everyone was in the hall by now, and the cops walked straight over to Dad and said he was under arrest for embezzlement. The company he worked for had discovered that he had been moving their money to an offshore account. Before the cops left, they asked me how I knew my dad was stealing money. I told them I had my suspicions. My family couldn't believe what they were hearing. Dad started screaming at me.
You ungrateful girl. You called the cops on me. I hate you.
I can't believe you. I should have listened to your father when he said we shouldn't keep you.
My sister could only scream and cry. I couldn't care less. After Dad was sentenced to jail, we became the talk of the town, and everyone looked at us with contempt. Mom decided to move us to a small town where we could start afresh. I was so excited because I didn't really have friends in school, because my sister had made everyone think I was a loser. The day we moved to our new house,
Don't get yourself too excited, young lady. You'll have to fend for yourself now. Now that you've sent your dad away, I'm no longer responsible for you. You should be grateful I haven't disowned you.
I rolled my eyes. I don't expect anything less. The next day, I started looking for a job, and I eventually found one in a small antique store as a salesperson. When I was walking back home, I heard someone singing, and I traced the voice to a guy in the park. He sounded beautiful. I sat next to him on the bench and started singing along. He seemed startled, but didn't stop, and before I knew it, we'd gathered a crowd. Surprisingly, that became the beginning of my music career. After the performance, the guy introduced himself.
My name is Zach. You have a really nice voice. I've never drawn as big a crowd as you did today.
I was so flattered, I could only smile. That night, I went home with a skip in my step. Mom noticed my smiley face and asked if I'd gotten a job. I couldn't help spilling out the reason for my excitement, but Mom just rolled her eyes, and Emily nastily said,
"The townspeople must be deaf, and I'm sure this Zach guy is better than you."
"You're just jealous because I have talent, and you can't sing a note to save your life." She looked like she wanted to strike me dead. The next day, as I was working at the antique store, I started singing when I thought I was all alone. Just then, the owner came out of the back room.
"You have a great singing voice. You should meet my son. He loves to sing, too."
I was surprised to hear that, but I said I would love to meet him. He called his son, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Zach. We both laughed, then told his dad how we had already met once before. And every evening since that day, we would go to the park and sing. We started making good money, and the townspeople were so friendly and kind to me. Zach welcomed me into their home, and his family became my family. During my senior year at school, I decided to participate in the annual talent show. I was dressing up at home for my performance when my sister locked me in the room. I screamed and banged on the door. "Open this door right now!" She didn't reply. I kept banging on the door. "I will be late for the show, you moron!"
"Give me money and I'll open the door."
She was unbelievable. "You dumb fool. It's not my fault you're so spoiled you can't work to earn your own money." I became frustrated and threw my chair at the door. She wanted the money I'd been saving to go to college. I vowed I wouldn't ever share anything with her, even if we were the last two humans on Earth. I finally escaped through the window without injuries, and I made it to school just in time. I performed really well, and at the end of the show, an elegant, well-dressed woman walked up to me and said,
"You have a great gift. The world needs to know about it."
She gave me a card and told me she would love to offer me a music scholarship. Turned out she was one of the directors at Juilliard, who was invited by Zach's dad to watch my performance. It was such an amazing surprise. That day was joyous, and the whole town was thrilled for me. Well, everyone except my family, and I don't care about them.